Hello, beautiful beings. Ah, it took me a while to find the right spot and to not be disturbed. There's messages coming in, and a phone call coming in, and then there was a lot of wind. So finally, I got my spot, and hopefully, I have enough storage in my phone, and it doesn't cut me in the middle. But yeah, it's been a while since I did my last video, and I think it's over a month ago now. And I have been super busy because I was traveling with the car to my daughter from Portugal to Belgium, and then I came with the flight to Greece. I'm now on the island of Crete. I'm having walks around the the olive trees and the mountains, and it's super beautiful. Yeah, I decided to come to Crete because um, I just felt like Dewi needs to be on an island. I just missed the waters. Portugal, I love it. But yeah, just at some point I was just missing the connection with the water, and it's, you know, you have beautiful ocean there, but it's the wild Atlantic. And as many of you know, I love French Polynesia, and I just felt like, okay, what comes the closest to Europe in that sense? That's the Mediterranean for me, and the islands around the Mediterranean. And Crete always had something special for me. I came here, I lived here in 2017 also, and I always felt that I would come back here, so here I am. It's been a bit of a journey since April. I got out of a relationship of almost 2 years, 1.5 years, and I needed to pick myself up again. And you know, it always takes a while to find a new flow, and also, yeah, getting in the process of letting go and grieving. And yeah, this has just been quite a process for me, but also really, really beautiful. Yeah. And I wanted to talk about the grieving process, and I did a recording about that, which I'm gonna show you the recording of that. I'm just also struggling with the technology lately because my computer gave up, so I'm waiting for my new laptop, and yeah, to get the videos out, and so that's why I also got a bit delayed. um, but today in this video, I really like to share something that I feel is so important for high sensitive people. And yeah, what does it really mean, high sensitive, right? I think that some come naturally with that. I was kind of born already quite high sensitive. So that means that, you know, other people can handle really a lot of things, and they don't, you know, they don't have any effect of it. And high sensitive people are people that, you know, that need to be more delicate in their, you know, how they move through life, how they, you know, there's certain gentleness and tenderness that needs to be yeah, that you need to kind of take in account, let's say. And most of the time, these kind of people will want to find out and are naturally curious of more. Like, most of these people don't buy into that the world that is shown to us, that is the world that really is. And so naturally, we high sensitive people, we get to be more curious and actually also a bit more courageous in wanting to take off the let's say the illusion, the layers that create this kind of illusionary world that people created, basically. Like, we have been conditioned to believe that the world looks like this. Like, okay, you get born, you have a mom and dad, you go to school, you do the whole thing. And many of us just feel like, or we already feel like we don't fit in. And some feel like, okay, there's something more than this. And so, yeah, I am definitely one of those. And I got into really wanting to dive deep into myself, into, okay, what is it really? What is the truth of life? Who am I? What is my true nature? And the more and more that I was digging into myself and saw that all the conditionings, all the things that I thought I was not even true, and letting go. And it's like shedding skins every time, like, okay, no, another layer, and another layer goes off. And the more and more you do that, the more that you come closer to your true nature. And while going through that process, actually you become even more sensitive. So you start to, you need to kind of be more discerning of, what is really aligning with your being and what not. So we start to feel also better, like, okay, this is really not working. Okay, so we need to, change and direct ourselves in another direction. For example, I couldn't do a normal kind of job thing, like putting me into, a building and with constantly people around talking and music the whole day, and whatever situation. If you would work in a office, or if you would work in a shop or whatever, like, it was just so clear for me, like, this is just not for me. I cannot do that. I would kill myself. And so when I already in my early 20s, well, I'm now 45, and in my early 20s, I stopped working. I couldn't work anymore, and I told society, like, yeah, okay, I'm sick, I cannot do this. And the same happened also with when I was staying in Belgium for a while. I lived in the city, and some of you know the story, and it's not easy also to admit that you cannot go along with the rest, let's say. And so and it also comes with pain, and this one for me particularly came with a lot of pain. And it was because I needed to leave my daughter. I was in Belgium. We were living in Costa Rica, and I was still with the father of my daughter at that time. And he didn't want to stay in Costa Rica. He wanted to move to Belgium. So I agreed. I didn't want to, but okay, I said, okay, let's go. I stayed for four years. And at the end, I was just like, there was nothing left of me anymore. I was depressed, I was frustrated, I got so irritated because everything I didn't have anything to regulate. Or I had my spiritual practices, but it wasn't enough. Like I got depressed. I was only sleeping. I was, I was super tired. Didn't had any energy left, and I said to, okay, at some point I was like, okay, please guide, guides, Mother Earth, Golden Naya, the dolphins. And I talked to my body, like, what is it that I need right now? I want to change this. I cannot live like this. This is not the example that I want to show to my daughter. I want her to feel and see that she has a mother that thrives, that is following her joy, that is following her heart. And, and so I did. And it was very clear, like, okay, Devi, you cannot stay in Belgium. You need to go. And the conditions that I needed were also very clear. The elements, nature. I needed to feel Mother Earth close to me. I needed to feel much more sun. So I thought south of Europe, there's many more hours of sun. I needed to be close to the waters, so these elements were super important for me. And so I followed that. And so I went to Greece, and this is already some years ago. She was 7 at that time, and now she's 15. So I went to Greece, and in 6 months I got back my energy. The depression was fading, and I came back to myself. I felt Mother Earth again close to me. I was thriving. I felt the joy coming back, and so, and it was super painful, and then of course people couldn't understand, like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? And of course I tried to explain, but you cannot do that. You have a daughter, you cannot just leave. And it's so hard in these moments to stand for your own truth, when you get all these backlashes from everyone, and you feel like really starting to feel guilty, like, oh my God, I'm a bad mom, like, no. And then I was like, no, Devi, this is what you need to do, and you need to honor that. You need to embrace that. And I wanted to share also with everybody here that is watching and that has this kind of high sensitivity, like, please own it. It's so important to own it, to embrace your sensitivity, to listen to your body, to listen to your heart and what you need. It's there's no other way, like, other than maybe the other side is like, yeah, you're gonna be half living, but if you want to live your life fully and thrive, then the only way is to just really follow your intuition, follow that signs that your body is giving. If you don't feel good with something, don't do it. Same with foods. We're getting more sensitive to foods even. We cannot handle a lot of toxicity in food, in environments, and it's okay. That's so okay. It's not something, it's not a handicap. It's something that tells you you're coming closer. You're coming closer to your home. You're coming closer to your true nature. You're coming closer to your heart. You're coming closer to the embodiment of spirituality. Because spirituality eventually brings us back to our true nature. That's what, the spiritual path is all about. And just getting off those layers and, digging deeper, and okay, another and another, and we just keep on, being curious and keep on working on that. and it's challenging. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially in this world. And I just want to encourage everybody here that is listening, like, you're not alone, and we can do this together. And I needed to find support in this too, and I think that everybody that is on this path that needs support, because it can get so intense, and then you don't know what to do, and then you kind of get overwhelmed. I know it so well. So I wanted to really bring that to your heart, and speaking from my heart to yours, like, I know that place. And deep sigh. Beautiful. You are sensitive. It's so amazing. It's just like having a sixth sense. Yeah, it's like a kind of like a privilege to have, not a lot of people have that. And it comes with gifts, and it comes with, sometimes it feels like almost like a curse, right? Like, my God. But it isn't. And I want you to remember that today, that it is really, truly a gift. And use that gift. Really use that gift. Go deeper. Don't be afraid to go deeper. I know it's like, sometimes it's like, oh my God, do I even want to dig deeper? Because there will be more, I will get more sensitive. I will get, I have to eliminate more things out of my life. But also, don't forget, even people. So on all areas, the place that you live, the friends that you have, the people that you hang around with, the food that you eat, the things that you do, the kind of job that you do, all these things change, and they need to change. It's so important that they need to change, and it's for the better. And you will only see that there will be so much more other things coming, in return of that. Like, you're maybe losing some things on one hand, but on the other hand, you are gaining so much more. I mean, I cannot even express the amount of what on the other side, what you then really receive. It's just like, life just blesses you with things. And I can really speak of experience here in the last 15 years. Like, really, truly, sometimes I felt like, oh my God, how I'm gonna do this. And then on on the other side of the rainbow, I just, oh, okay. And every time when I go into a really challenging time, and I'm like, I need to face again, this thing, whatever it is, I forget that, that on the other side there is something really beautiful again. There is a blessing. And yeah, just, it is worth it. It is worth it. So yeah, that's all for now. And just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place here. And it's actually now the oil of harvest here in Crete, or in whole Greece, I guess. They have such delicious olive oil here. It's so amazing. So I'm looking forward to have fresh olive oil from these beautiful trees. Thank you, trees. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Life is just incredible. Oh, and I will share with you also about grief, because I know that it is not an easy time. and that there's a lot of grief in this world right now, and some also, you know, personally in my own world, and for others there's things going on that triggered that grief. And I think, you know, on a collective level there's already this kind of grief that is like a constant, and it's just the grief of that disconnection that we experience with life, with ourselves, with our true nature. And but it really is coming to the surface very yeah, in a large amount now. And I don't know if I'm gonna share now the video behind this one, or I'm gonna share it in another YouTube video. You will find out if this is the last part, if this is the last from the video, or I'm gonna because I made this video at the water, and yeah, the waters are amazing here. It's still warm, it's still like around 25 degrees. The waters are, you know, it's just perfect for swimming. So yeah, the mermaid in me is super happy. Yeah, so sending you so much love, so many blessings. Iye te kina moa atin chatana na iwa.